Welcome to Code-as-Teach, your topics, our views. Let's discuss threading in Python. So what is threading, how to deal with threading in Python. In the next video, we will try to understand how the other feature of a thread like deadlock, concurrent, that works. So first thing came into mind, what is threading? So a thread, you can say in a general term, it's the smallest unit that can be scheduled in an operating system. So everything works on operating system, right? So now currently we have Windows or Linux or some Mac OS. So it's the smallest unit in any operating system, right? Generally thread consists inside a process. So every process must have one thread. Let's take an example of Word file. You have opened one Word file. It means that you have started one process. Inside Word file, you can type it, right? It means that one thread is started for getting all the typed variables or typed characters. At the same time, you can type the characters, you can insert the image, you can change the font also. You can do any number of scheduling also, like inserting some object, inserting the image, formatting some image. So multiple threads are running inside a process. Okay, so you can say that every process has at least one thread. Okay, and a process can start multiple threads, or multiple threads can share the same process, right? Okay. So threads can be two types. One is for kernel threads, that is related with the operating system. Second one is user thread. We will be dealing with user thread. Let's start how to create the threads and how thread works in Python. So for in Python there is two modules. One is thread. Okay, thread is used before Python 3. So thread module. This module is used. Okay, this module used before Python 3. Now it says that it's deprecated. Okay, it's deprecated. If you still want to use it, they have provided something like _thread, right? You can use it. The lastest one is threading. Threading is the module that is useful for handling threading in a Python. So this module is used after Python 3. Okay, after Python 3, and it has various features like how to create the thread, what are the different methods we can deal with. So let's say few of them, like for creating any thread, how we can create. So we have to write something like, first we have to import this, right? So we can import threading, simple, and then we have to create something like threading has one thread. It contains two parameters. First one is the target. Target means any functions with the help of which that you can create the thread. So target is the any function name, and the second one is the argument. So if you have function, if this target function has any argument, we can pass it here. Okay, it has few more methods like start. Okay, this method is used for starting a. Okay, sorry. So this method is used for starting a thread, and inside it calls the run method. So there is one run. Run is the entry point of any thread. So if you created any thread, this is the entry point. So entry point, you can say that entry point of any thread. Okay, the start by default call this run method. Start a thread by, you can say, calling run method. Simple. Okay, these are the few of the methods that you must be aware of. Okay, run, or you can say the join. So you have to wait for the thread to terminate. That is used for join. Okay, we can see this once we do some programming. So you can say that it's a wait for thread to terminate, right? Okay, is alive is a few of these. So if you want to check that whether your thread is still running or not, we can use this. So this is used for checking that whether the thread is still executing or not. So for checking whether a thread is executing or not, right? Okay, or get name, set name is get name for the getting the name, set name is for. One more thing that you can must be aware of, that is thread dot active count. It will give you the count of the active thread in your program. Let's just start running this. Let's create this. So first we have to import this threading. Okay, we have imported this threading. Let's create two methods. First create define say something, say hello. Okay, the simple method that say hello to you, like is simply print this hello. Okay, simply print this hello. Let's take one more method that says say my name. Okay, and by default it's printing hello code as it is. Okay, it's printing any name, right? Okay, this one is, we created two methods. Okay, let's try to create two objects of thread. So creating object of thread. Okay, threading module is basically based upon object oriented. The previous one underscore thread, that is not based upon this. We have to pass it inside the method name. So creating an object of thread. Okay, so how we create this? Let's create the thread one. Thread one. How we create? Threading dot thread. Okay, we pass the target. So target here is, let's pass the say hello. Say hello. Okay, here we don't have any argument. We don't have any argument to these two methods, so arguments is not required. Okay, we check that also. Thread. Let's create one more thread for this different method. So it's a threading dot thread. Okay, we pass this target. Target is equal to say my name. Simple. So we have created two threads. Still we have not started this thread. So for starting this, we have just seen that we have to call this a start method, right? So let's start this. So thread one dot start, and then thread two dot start. So we have started these two methods. So by default, because it's a small part, so it will go into the hello and then print hello code as it. Let's run this and try to understand. It's simply running. Okay, we are not able to see anything. Let's try to print this 5 times, or let's first try to understand how to pass the parameters. So let's pass here the parameters like name. Okay, and how we can pass. So now we will not write something here fixed value. We can get the value from the users or the runtime by passing to the thread, right? So we pass here, we say name. So here we have to do something like args. Okay, and then say we can say code as it is. Okay, and we have to pass this one because we pass this as a tuple, right? Okay, let's try to run this again. Now it will pass the. See here, it's passing from this here. We are not now. It's not fixed. We can pass any number of parameter that is not something like this. So let's take one more, like name and age. See, and then here also we have to pass something like 23. If you run this, see here, it's passing, right? Okay, let's try to loop it 5 times this and 5 times this, and let's try to understand how it works. So for I in range, we take the 5 times. Okay, and then we have to align this. For same this also, let's run this also 5 times. Let's run this. See here, now it's printing correctly fine. Hello, and then hello. Now let's sleep it. For printing this, let's wait for the 1 second something. So for sleeping this thread, we have to import one module, that is time module. Okay, and then we have to sleep it. Let's say after this printing this, sleep for time dot sleep. Okay, let's sleep for 1 second, right? And the same we do this here. Now let's try to run this. It's running perfectly fine. Okay. Now let's check how many threads are running. Till now, if according to us, there is 2 threads, but by default there is 1 thread, main thread, that is running in the background, that is known as daemon thread. Main thread runs until these 2 threads are closed, right? But let's try to understand it. Let's say something like print, say done. Okay. Now let's run this and try to get the result, and you are able to understand it. See here, let's print one hello and then print the done. Okay, it's not wait for something else, right? It's print this hello and then done. Why? Because thread 1 started. Okay, thread 1 dot start. So thread 1 start this method. Print the hello. Wait for 1 second. Till now this print is running on a main thread. So main thread start running it and print it. Okay. So suppose we have to wait for thread 1 and thread 2 to complete. Then only this main thread start. Before that, let's count it. How many threads are running? So for this we have to print threading dot active count. So now it will show 3. Okay. Because 2 is the thread we have created and 1 is the main thread. See here, it's saying 3, right? So it's three active threads are there. 2 we have created, and then last one is the main thread that is running in the background. So if you not created any thread, by default main thread is running. Okay. Now let's see. Let's first try to done should be print at the end. It's not should print at start. Why? Because first let's complete these 2 threads and then main threads will execute. So for that we have seen here there is join is a method. It's wait for thread to terminate. So we have to do something like thread 1 dot join. And then thread 2 dot join. Simple. So now this 2 thread will end, then only main will be running. These 2 will be running at the end. But now if you say this active count will return only 1 because these 2 threads are closed here. Okay, let's do something like active thread. Okay. Now let's run this and see the result. Now these 2 done and active threads should be the last one. See here, it's not printing done. Unless and until these 2 threads closed or terminate, it will not print. See here. Now active thread is 1. Why? Because we have closed these 2 threads. Okay. If you print something like before this here, after this start, it will go and print anywhere. Okay. The moment it will get the schedule timing. Okay. So start, we have seen the start. Start is for creating this, starting this thread. Join is for waiting to terminate, and this print is the running on the main thread. So main thread is also known as daemon thread that is running in the background. Okay. So this is the basic of thread. In the coming session, I will be covering this deadlock, how to handle the deadlock or concurrency. Thank you. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe it. If you have any query, you can put it inside the comment. If you like the video, please share with your colleagues. Thank you.